So, Eric Bellinger, songwriter, artist,
Yes,
prolific
sir.
artist.
Thank you.
Welcome to Copenhagen. And as such a prolific musician, how do you produce such high quality music consistently?
Oh man, I think it's in my training. It's in my upbringing. My church background. Just studying the greats to where I think my memory bank of melodies is it's nothing but the best.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, grew up singing in the church as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And one thing I was very curious about, because you have these, as a storyteller, and it might have been something that came to you early, you have these series. You have the Cuffing Season series, Born to Sing, Eric B. for President, Rebirth.
Yeah.
How do you craft a great sequel when you have a high standard to live up to, like Cuffing Season 1, for example?
Thank you. I always, I've done I'd say over 40 albums now.
Yeah.
But whenever there's an album that I know the fans are gravitating towards, that's when I'm like, okay, we could deserve a part 2.
Yeah.
Maybe a part 3. I haven't never went past 3. It's always been like the 3-part series, and I think whenever creating like part 2 and part 3, I just literally channel the same energy that was done for the first project. I never take them with me now 2 years later. This is where I'm at, and let me just make a new one and keep that theme. I actually study the first album and try to pick beats that could have potentially made that album sonically, so that it's still rooted in the same feeling that they got when they heard the first project.
So, spoiler alert, there's no Cuffing Season 4 on the way.
Negative.
Okay.
3 is good.
Yeah,
4
that's
is OD.
true.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
enjoy the
Yeah.
And then you spoke a little bit about beat selection, and I wanted to ask you about this chemistry you developed with Hitmaker, who you did the 1-800 Hit Easy series.
Yeah. So we working on that now, actually line 3.
Oh.
So we got line 1, we got line 2, and for Hitmaker, I think he's the person I just connect with the most as a producer slash songwriter, someone that loves the studio as much as I do. He might love it more than me. It's crazy. I never met nobody, because for me, I have this passion for the stage too, to where it's like 50-50. Like, I love writing, but I also really love performing.
Yeah.
But he just dedicated all his time to that studio, and you hear it. That's why he's everywhere. So I think being able to meet my match with Hitmaker, it was bound to happen for us to just create music in such a high quality and high volume.
Yeah, and speaking of that, some of my favorite collaborations you did with him were also on Cuffing Season 3, Glow Up Together. That one's underappreciated.
Glow Up Together, man, that was supposed to be on the 1-800 Hit Easy project, because we were working on it at the same time, and I remember hitting him like, yo, bro, I need 5 of those joints
Exactly.
for Cuffing Season 3. And he was like, what? I'm like, bro, we make songs so fast, just let me get a couple. I took Heaven Sent.
Yeah, there's that little run.
Glow Up, Glow Up Together, On My Way, Material, and we just made more songs.
Yeah, more to come as well. That's exciting. And with the Eric B. for President series specifically, you do the acoustic versions.
Yeah.
So is it because they're fan favorites? Where did you get the inspiration to do acoustic versions?
I think the first time I actually took my career, Eric Bellinger, the artist, serious was Eric B. for President, Term 1. Of course, the beginning albums like The Rebirth and Born to Sing, those are albums that I do feel are coveted. But as far as me saying, no, I'm not writing for anybody now, I need to focus on Eric Bellinger. That's when I had the success with Drive By, the success with GOAT. Those songs were on the album that was when I just focused on myself and just, the same energy that I would put into the other artists when I'm behind the scenes, essentially. So now that meant more promo. What other ideas can we do? A remix, GOAT 2.0 featuring Wale. Let's do the acoustic version. Anything that I could think of to further push the project. That's what we did. So it was let's do multiple versions, for the people. Let's strip it down, kind of like an unplugged back in the day.
Yeah. And then, I had a question about, I have My Decisions, in heavy rotation at the moment, and I was wondering about the inspiration for the Afro project.
So I went to South Africa, and after my last tour, I did the domestic, then I did the overseas run and didn't even go home. I just went straight to Africa, and I was able to. The album was the rebirth, so I was able to really lean in, becoming anew.
Yeah.
You know, something different. You know, and I wasn't intending on it to just be an Afro project. I was just like, let's go to Africa, the motherland, let's work. And that just happened to be what came out, of course. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, let's make the best music possible. And when I heard the style of beats from the different cadences and drum patterns and rhythms, it was like, yo, I just want to engulf everything that I'm doing into this. I was able to write about my experiences. I was able to vent about the entire tour on this album. And
it's a great loyal black man anthem, My Decisions as well. Like you say in CS3, the intro, Black Men Don't Cheat. Like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, My Decision, man, that's the one. It's like, I'm going to still hold you down when you're not around. You know what I mean? Ain't got to worry about that, you know? So it's like, I think just being able to create that trust and do right by it is something that doesn't get talked about enough.
Exactly. Question about some of the SoundCloud remixes you've made, where you, obviously you're a Grammy-winning songwriter as well, so you've created Grammy Award-winning tracks. And then SoundCloud you do, like, you've done Black Beatles, Fake Love, the remixes, and put your whole other twist on it, the E-mixes.
The E-mixes, man. I need to get that on iTunes. So basically I just, you know, am always trying to show people, you know, just my gift in different ways, not just only in my music. And I felt like at that time it was much easier to meet people where they were. Yeah. Instead of waiting for them to only come to my music, my page, click on my songs on my artist profile. It's like, you already love Black Beatles. Yeah. So let me just cover it, put my own spin on it. Now, one of your favorite songs just got better. Or it just got E-mixed. You know what I'm saying? So that was just me being a fan of the songs. There was always songs that I loved that I couldn't stop listening to. Yeah. That I wanted to do for myself, because as an artist, that creative, you know, energy is always calling when you hear a song. It's like, oh, I wish that song was mine. Yeah. But wait, it can be.
Oh, exactly. You
know?
And on that note, I feel you're one of the underappreciated legends and so underrated.
Thank you, man.
How does it feel to you to be underrated, and what does it mean to you? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about it?
I think the term underrated is there because people don't see it on like the mainstream scale of number one. You know what I'm saying? Comparably to like a Chris Brown or a Usher. But I don't look at it like that. I just look at it like, yo, I'm signed to myself and I own all my music.
Own the masters and
that's the win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand, you know, that, you know, the different teams and the buildings and the funding, you know what I'm saying? It's like so much that these people have that it would be unfair to myself to try to put it in the same race, but I don't ever like use that as an excuse and tell people like, hey guys, they got a bigger budget than me. Hey guys, they got the major label. I just let the music speak. Yeah. And sometimes in that conversation, a fan that doesn't know about the budget difference, a fan that doesn't know about any of those things, might still pick Eric Bellinger who they listen to. You know, each year at the end when you see like, you know, #1 listens and Apple top fans, I'm looking at these lists and I'm just like, oh, we doing all right.
Yeah, I definitely have Go Up Together on there. And I love La Perla as well. Your birthday. Yeah. But I won't hold you too much longer, but I have a little tribute.
Okay, cool.
And I listen to your music, I know which songs.
I hear you. I'm like, man, you know what's up. You're naming tracks, not even just a single, so thank you.
Right. And I have, I wrote a poem about Let Me See, the Usher and Rick Ross track.
Yeah.
So I have it on my phone, so let's switch it up.
Okay.
And